Alright, today I'm going to be talking about the LowePro Tactic 450 camera backpack. Now, as they do say, the review might also be in the bag. But it looks like instead we have a bottle. Oh, but check it out, there's a message in the bottle. It's like it says, please subscribe. But now we'll get into the camera bag. But all jokes aside, this is one of my favorite camera backpacks. Out of the ones I've owned, I've only owned a few, but I picked out this one because it's got a lot of awesome features and I saw a lot of other people using it, so I did my own research into it and decided it was the one I want to go with. Just at a quick glance, it has a ton of pockets on the outside. You have two side pockets that you can fit small little things in. They've got little clips inside that you can clip to. I typically like to put small trinkets or business cards in here. On the outside, you can see that you have two zipper pockets to the inside of the bag. One on the right side to access camera gear, and then you also have one on the other side to access camera gear in the same way. As you can see, I've got stuff in the way. And then you can access your camera from the back as in a standard camera backpack, if I can find, with zippers, as you typically would. But what I also do like about this bag is a top zipper. So that way you can also access your stuff from the top of the bag without having to take it all the way off. And now we'll get into the bag. Alright, so for the inside of the bag, you've got one large mesh pouch with a zipper with two little smaller ones. Here's your compartment where you can fit a 15-inch laptop in and out. Then inside you have a bunch of different little camera sections. You can see where the one default camera would go, but then there's a lot of little mesh places that you can easily just rip out and put another camera body in, and then when the side compartment opens up, you can easily just unzip this and reach in to grab your camera from this angle if you have two bodies going on. And then one other thing to notice is up here at the top compartment has a small little pouch right here that you can put anything in, like a passport, phone, wallet, SD drives, whatever small thing you need on the fly that you don't want to dig through the rest of your camera bag for. So I've laid out a potential set of gear that you might have to bring with you on a photography themed trip. So I'm just going to show you how much stuff you can actually fit in this bag and list off everything I'm actually putting into it as I'm filling it up. Now when it comes to the outside of the bag, there's a lot of different ways where you can organize the accessories they provide with you to optimize the space that you need. So one of the things that you guys will notice, there's these two little straps here, but they're actually little individual buckles that you can undo. Let's see, this one's a little bit easier. Basically, it's kind of a pressure point, so you just push them together and it snaps open. So I'll show you this up close. So this is a strap up close, and it's a buckle. You can undo this to help loosen it, tighten it, depending on how you want. Snaps open and closed. So as you'll notice on this camera bag, it's covered in these little straps that are individually sectioned to the bag. So that's when you take something like this and you just strap them in and out. Sorry, that's backwards. So you just take like the device I just showed you, snap them into place, and then that's all set to hold whatever you need to. So when it comes to mounting the tripod on the back of your bag, what they give you is this little piece that you can attach anywhere in your bag with the straps that go across the bottom or the top. Most likely you're going to put this at the bottom for the tripod. So it's got a Velcro system, so you take this long piece and you slide it through 2 of the straps, and then you Velcro that bottom together so it stays in place. And then you take a tripod, which I'll get real quick. So you can take a full-size tripod, undo the 2 clips you attached at the top, angle one of the legs inside the pouch, close it, and then you just basically clip the tripod into place. And then now, you got your tripod secured to your bag. For other things on the outside of your backpack, as I mentioned before, you have the 2 ear-like pockets at the top that you can fit small things into. And then you have a water bottle pouch with the same kind of Velcro function as the tripod mount that you can stick something into, such as a water bottle. It's got a little drawstring so you can pull this tight. And then they also give you another little pouch with the same Velcro method of attaching it. So I typically like to put this on the opposite side of my water bottle pouch, because if you fill this up with the stuff and you put it on the outside and lay your bag down, it's gonna just basically get in the way of your bag laying flat, but that's up to you. So what you can fit in this, I typically like to put a charger or 2 in this, or take an Apple charger, just coil this up. That fits pretty decently in the bag. An SSD as well can also fit easily in here. A few pens or pencils. It's just like a good accessory pouch. You don't want to put too many expensive things in here because it's on the outside. It could easily be ripped off or taken off if someone is really trying to. Maybe not ripped off because this is Velcroed in, but you might just throw your bag on the ground and whatever is in here has potential to get slammed or crushed. So don't throw expensive camera gear in the outside pouch. Alright, so I put the bag on. Please ignore how messy our room is right now. So I'm about 6 feet tall. So this is what the bag looks like fully on my back. As you can see, we've got the waist strap down here to alleviate some of the weight that is put on your back. So it forces most of the weight on your hips. You just have to make sure that this is at waist level and it's a bit tight, so that way you can feel the bag grip your hips to make sure that the weight is more on your lower section than your top section. And then if that's also too much, it's got the chest strap to do it as well. So you can just basically clip it and pull it as tight as you need to, so it takes the weight and takes it off your shoulders and more onto your chest. Now, one of the drawbacks of this bag is that there's no like up high straps at all. So as with some of the other bags I talked about, they do have the straps up here that you can pull to raise the weight even more off your lower back. This bag unfortunately does not have them. But it also has these 2 little clips right here that you can attach stuff to. So for example, give me 1 second to grab it. I like to take my reflectors and just basically clip them to the front of my bag so I can never like forget about them on a trip. So this bag does have 2 other drawbacks that can be an issue at times. One of them is that the water bottle pouch isn't as secure as it looks. Even with the drawstring pouch, no matter how many times I can extend to this, it doesn't really keep the water bottle secure. So I've had times where I've been on the ground and I've just had my bag down with a water bottle in it, and then I just get up my bag and go, and then the water bottle just kind of falls out, and then I get home and I'm like, where's my water bottle? And then it's lost forever. Now the other problem is these 2 straps that I showed you before. You take them on and off with a little bit of added pressure to the tops. So sometimes when you put your bag down and it's heavy and there's a lot of weight in it, it could be enough pressure where between what it's on and on the ground, it could be enough to snap one of these off. When sometimes I've had both snap off. Now it looks hard now, but it happens more than you think, where just the right amount of pressure could cause both of these to fall off with a rock or a hard surface. Then all of a sudden you're like, why can't I secure my tripod? And it's because your clip fell off. Now there is a remedy for both of these. If you find these things called red whips online, they're perfect for both of these scenarios, because with all these little hooks and straps that you can attach stuff to, you can just take a bunch of these and weave them through your bag to just have, and they come in handy all the time. So for example, with the water bottle, you can take this, make sure it's got a little lip or something to attach it to. You put it in, you weave this through your water bottle, and then you weave it through one of the straps on the side. Make sure you tighten it, and then you do the same thing again. That water bottle is not going to go anywhere, and even if it does fall out, which it can't because I've secured it, the red whip will hold it in place. Same thing with the tripod. I can take this. This is going to require a little finesse. Just give me a second. So with 3 of these, I can replace exactly what the clips do if I get caught in a pinch. So you can get these in, I think, like 10 packs for like $5 or $6. These really do come in handy. I'll probably even make a video on these because they're just so useful. But they're great to pair with this bag because there's so many little straps that you could attach these to that you could attach like 30 of these. You know, it doesn't add anything at all to your bag. It might look a little bit funny, but they come in handy all the time. I almost forgot about this because it's on the bottom of the bag, but let's say it starts raining and it's a torrential downpour. This is pretty thick. Water won't really get through this, but if you're really stuck outside for a long period of time, at the bottom of your bag is where they keep the rain cover. It's just a Velcro pouch in. Then you just pull it out. And what's awesome is that there's a strap so you can't lose the pouch either. And then you just put it over your bag. So yeah, that's really about it for the LowePro Tactic 450. It goes for about $140, $150 online right now. It's a fantastic camera bag for someone who wants to step up their game from a beginner backpack and they want a little bit more room, they want to bring more gear, they want a more secure, rugged, sturdy bag. This bag is fantastic for that. So that's about it for today, guys. As always, I'll see you next time and enjoy living life.